Hey y'all, it's Megan. Welcome back to the channel. Glad y'all are here today. Come spend some time with us over the next few days. First thing on the list though, I could not make a video without showing y'all me canning my peas. We really wasn't planning on making a video today, but I said, here y'all watched us plant them, grow them, pick them. You gotta watch the final step, right? I know a lot of people like frozen green peas versus the canned. Honestly, here, me and Andy, we prefer the canned green peas. I like the softness of the peas when they're canned. So I'm just going to show y'all real quick how I can them. And of course, that takes up less room in the freezer too. Another thing I like about the canned green peas too, of course, like anything else canned, it's already cooked. All I got to do is pop open the can, season it, warm it up, and there, it's fixed. So I'm going to break out my handy dandy canning book here. Y'all, I get a lot of questions about this book. Y'all can see it's well used. I've had it for many years. I don't even remember what the year is on this one. But it's the Ball Blue Book Guide to Preserving. They've already come out with newer versions of this. This just is the one that I like. I like the way it's laid out, the way it's written. I've got some of the newer books too, but this one just seems a little easier for me to use, and it's probably honestly just because it's what I'm used to. You know, we are creatures of habit. So let's see. Sugar snap peas. Canned peas. 114. I don't can enough of these to have any of this stuff memorized here. Here we go. Peas, green or English, I believe is what we need here. So, like I said, I always do pint jars. We're not going to eat a quart of green peas at one time. A pint seems to be plenty. We'll do the raw pack method. Pack raw peas in a jar, leaving an inch of headspace. Add half teaspoon of salt to the pint jar. Cover with water. Process under 10 pounds of pressure for 40 minutes. Alright, that's simple enough, right? So it's about like anything else. The main thing I use that book for is to make sure that my processing time's alright. You know how stuff is on the internet. Sometimes they ain't always right. I don't know, I just feel better having the book in my hands, seeing it there. So I'm going to fill up my jars here. My peas are already washed and cleaned, and we're in good shape. So, me and Andy actually picked the rest of the peas this morning, and all of them are shelled. And so, we went ahead and pulled up those plants. And we had such a problem with powdery mildew on them. They're not going to last long in the heat of the summer anyway. They weren't blooming anymore. So we picked them clean and went ahead and pulled up the plants. So we'll be planting something back in their place here before too long. And maybe we don't like the frozen green peas, because I'm going to tell you, all my life growing up, all we ever ate was canned green peas. So maybe that's why that's my preferred method. I don't know. All in what you like, I reckon, what you want to do. And now these peas are not like, if y'all watch past videos, you know when I do like beans or like the field peas or the October beans, I don't fill those jars all the way up because those expand. I've learned from years of doing this that these green peas don't really expand and push the water out like those beans do. So when you're canning, if you don't know, you need to use either plain salt or canning salt. You really don't want to use salt with iodine in it, is what they say, what they recommend, whoever they are. But I have heard that it'll discolor your food. I've never took a chance and used regular table salt, but Redmond's real salt is plain salt. I've used it for years and it works out just fine. So we're gonna do a half a teaspoon in all of our jars. I actually ended up with 9 pints with enough left over to have me some fresh peas over the next few days. So I feel like that's pretty good. Pretty good. And we'll also grow more in the fall. But you might as well put up what the good Lord gives you, because you just don't never know what the coming growing season may bring. So now I'm just going to top them off with water till my peas are covered. I don't have those packed in there tight or nothing like that, so shouldn't have much issue with air bubbles, especially pouring it slow like that. Oh, that's hard to look at in the camera. There we go. That worked pretty good, didn't it? Yeah, it did. So we actually went up to Andy's grandma's this morning and took our peas with us. She wasn't able to get out and come down here, and well, she really wanted to help, so we sure appreciate the help. And so we rode up there and hung out with her and shelled some peas. And anyways, I was telling her, she said, what are you gonna do the rest of the day? And I told her I was gonna can these peas, and I'm fixing, when these start going, I'm gonna go cut me up some more cabbage for kraut. And anyways, we were talking about how my favorite way to make the kraut is, like y'all saw in the other video. And little did I know, she told me that's how her mama also used to make it. Now, ain't that something? I learned it from YouTube, doing it in the individual jars like that. And I learned it from Tipper, and she said that that's how her mama always made it. So, I thought that was pretty cool. If any of my people were here to ask, I'd love to ask them how they used to do it, but that time has passed in my life. Alright, there it is. We're gonna crank it up, get our lid and weight and all that good stuff on here in a little bit, let it vent for 10 minutes, pressure cook it, pressure can it for 40 minutes under 10 pounds of pressure. I'll show y'all what that finished product's gonna look like. Easy as that. Easy as that. I know canning is intimidating. The biggest thing that is so intimidating, I think, is the pressure canners. Follow your rules on your instructions. Make sure you're reading your instruction manual and following those instructions, and it will eventually become second nature to you, and you won't think anything about it. As long as you're handling things safely, especially when this thing is under pressure, it works out pretty good. Got my counter wet enough, I know that. There it is. All right, my peas are good and done. Get those out. And I'll show you what they look like here. Look at that. Perfect. Now I must say I like peas and dumplings with the fresh peas is my favorite way, but then they're really good too with the canned peas. You just the texture's a little bit different, but I also don't like the texture of frozen peas. So like I said earlier, canned is definitely my preferred way when I'm doing green peas. But all look like they're in good shape. Now we'll just be patient and wait for them to pop. It's a day or two later than what you just saw. So now we got a little work to do in the garden, and pea dumplings are on the list for supper tonight.
I cannot wait. So it'll be like the third time we've had pea dumplings, and I guess it's going to be the last time we have fresh pea dumplings.
Yeah, with fresh peas.
Speaking of drought proofing a garden, you know, that's something we have not done that I keep saying we're going to do, and we ain't done it. There is no mulch around any of this stuff yet. I don't know what I'm waiting on.
Well, I mean, this cabbage stuff don't need it no way.
Well, you know, the weeds are normally what kind of make you're like, oh yeah, we got to put something down because the weeds are getting awful. Shoot, the drought this year, the weeds have hardly been non-existent.
Yeah. It's
been so easy to keep the weeds out of a garden this time. I actually heard somebody say that the other day on a different video in a different part of the country that is experiencing a drought. And they said the same thing. Said this is the easiest year they've ever had keeping weeds out.
I know. I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, I feel like we ain't even gardening yet, because like I keep looking out here and I'm like, well, I mean, it looks all right. Ain't nothing I need to really do out there right now.
It's been the most maintenance-free garden.
Because I'm going to tell you what now, last year we had to fight it.
Last year it was tough. It was rain all the time, so I don't know what's worse, a wet year or a dry year.
We need a in-between year.
It'd be nice if we could have a normal year, but it's one or the other.
What is normal, though?
I have no idea anymore. What are we going to do? We're going to pull up these cabbage that you've already cut, ain't we?
Yeah, let's pull up these cabbage, and I went through yesterday, and I picked all the broccoli suckers and everything off of them. We'll pull up all them broccoli plants, too. The pigs will thoroughly enjoy that treat.
Yeah, before we end today's video, before it's over with, I would love to go over there and show them that first corn patch I planted.
All right.
Because it's surprising.
It is surprising.
Very surprising.
It is.
Yeah.
Speaking of corn crop, this is the prettiest corn plant I've seen all year.
I'm telling you, that one right there, it's got it going on. I hope the corn that I've planted in the field looks as good as that one does.
I know, it's so funny. Like
I'm pretty sure that it's tripled in size since the last video out here.
It's beautiful. It's nice decor.
Oh, it's very pretty. Very pretty.
You got our wagon out here?
Yeah. Tires is probably flat, but it'll work.
It won't be too heavy. Oh, better lay my books out of the way.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is just pull up the ones we've already cut, take them to the pigs. We hadn't done it yet because they're not hurting anything where they're still in the ground. It's not like they're going to die.
Now, what my plan is, though, like, this one right here ain't going to make nothing. But see how the bugs is on it?
That one?
See, I have little sacrifice plants.
You're going to leave them be?
I leave that one and that one. See, the bugs is already eating.
That ain't going to make nothing.
We'll let the bugs have those. You know this is my theory every year.
That's what you say, yeah.
I just let the bugs have those, and maybe they'll be full and they won't eat the rest of them.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with you.
Nobody ain't never told me that, but it sounds good anyway.
Well, yeah, there's such thing as having a sacrifice plant.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's a real thing?
That's a real thing.
You want me to pull it up by the roots?
Pull it up by the roots. I'm going to till it all up anyways once they're all gone.
Boy, that worked out. Nice.
Good job. Are we going to pull all of them or not?
Oh, so talking about the pigs, real quick. This morning when I was walking and I was going around the fence up there, Charlotte walked right out of the fence.
She did?
She didn't even realize she was out of the fence. And she was just walking along beside the other pigs on the outside of the fence. And finally I went like this and I went like that. Tiger kind of nipped at her, and when she did, she just jumped back in.
I don't know what we're going to do.
I don't either. I guess I'll just have to quit going up through the woods. They get so excited to see me. They get so excited to see me, and then I was like, she did not get shocked though, even when she jumped back in.
That's weird. So we've been having issues with our pig fence. When you test it with the tester, it says it's got 9.9. It maxes out the tester. Yet, like, I'm not going to touch it to try it, but the pigs will touch it. It's like
one of them's just gonna have to get brave and touch it, I guess.
Huh?
I said, I guess one of them's just gonna have to get brave and touch it.
But you can hear it popping against, like if something's on it, you can hear it popping a little bit against it. So, I mean, I know it's doing something, but the pigs will touch it. And so my only theory at this point, I have tried everything. I've went around it numerous times. My theory at this point is that we're so dry that them pigs are not grounding out good and they're not getting shocked. That's the only thing I can figure out.
Well, she walked out of there this morning. Luckily, they're very friendly and they're very calm. So, I mean, they're not like trying to get out and run away. They're just trying to come to me.
So if that's a legit thing, somebody tell me, because I really think that's what's going on. Because the ground around here, even though we had that rain, well, it's been over a week or so ago now.
It's been a while now. It's done gone.
I mean, it's dry. It's so dry, it's pitiful.
We'll get these broccolis.
Wonder what would happen if you left it where it suckered back out. I don't reckon it'd make another head, do you? I'm sure it'd end up getting eat up with bugs because it's so hot.
Yeah.
Just wonder if you lived in the perfect climate, what it would do.
Remember that time we let one seed out and it reseeded itself?
Yeah.
Remember that?
I do. Let's see, when I talk about weeds being not a problem, like you see crabgrass here, this has been the same size for a couple of weeks now. The crabgrass and the weeds and all that stuff, they germinate, but they just don't grow. And I've even kept this overhead watered. Now, this is a bunch of pigweed. This will have to be addressed because this stuff, it don't matter what you do, that's going to grow. I got to do something about that. But it's just got like that in the last few days. Hey, look over here, y'all. The peas are gone.
It looks so much better.
Don't it, though? Why is this one wilted? I just watered them last night.
I don't know that.
It looks like something's wrong with it. It's just as wet as it can be down there. But it sure ain't got much of a root system. I don't know. That one's starting to look the same way. Look at the tops of it.
That one ain't the one that was rotten in the top, was it, or whatever?
No, that one's over there.
Oh.
It's actually trying to come out. Which ones are these? Poblanos.
Well, the good news is I don't need about one plant.
Well, that may end up being all you have. Well, I'm going to tell you what, though. Summertime is here in full force right now. It's hot. It's humid.
Yeah, but luckily hot and humid usually means thunderstorms. Maybe.
I'll tell you right now, I mean, it feels like it could come up a thunderstorm this season, and I sure do hope it does.
All right.
Well, you want to plant these lima beans real quick?
While we're out here.
We ain't got many. It won't take.
I'm excited about those. I hope they make something.
Well, I don't know a single thing about varieties. So who knows if the variety we have is a good one.
Well, somebody sent them to us, said there was.
Yeah. Where do you want to plant them at? Because I bet you we ain't got but enough for 2 panels maybe.
Probably where the most sun, wouldn't you think? Or no?
Be these 2.
What does
or
it
either
say?
These 2 back here.
That pack.
Yeah, they got to have sun.
Well, I know, but I didn't know.
I don't even know if they're runners. I guess they are.
Yes, those are pole beans.
Okay.
Yeah, pole lima bean.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It says for this area you're supposed to plant May to June. So we're right on time.
Yeah.
When and where to plant. Select a sunny location and plant when all danger of frost is past. Blah, 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 blah.
I wish we had a danger of frost right now. Boy, it'd feel good, wouldn't it?
Support pole beans with poles, trellises, or a fence.
You ignore me.
For fresh limas, pick as soon as beans begin to fill the pod. To dry, leave the pods to dry, then pull the plants. Hang in a warm, dry place.
Let's do these 2 back panels back here.
These are from Roher Seeds in Pennsylvania.
The package for 2025, so I guess they came to us last year.
Yeah, it was last year. I thought it was the year before last.
No.
Guess it was last year. It says these are Dr. Martin lima beans.
Dr. Martin.
Have we ever even planted lima beans?
Man, I grew lima beans back when I was a youngin', and I used to grow a garden, and I ain't grew a lima bean since, which most people call them butter beans.
Yeah.
Around here, but
Don't many people, I don't know much people that eats them. I don't know
I don't
if I've
either.
ever eaten them.
I know
Just
them.
not a big,
I know them as some big seeds, so I guess they're gonna be a big bean.
I know lima beans are big.
Well, there is some varieties that's got a smaller bean. Yeah, boy, it ain't a whole lot in there, is it? That may only do. I wonder how far you're supposed to plant them. Planting depth.
4 inches apart.
4 inches apart. Yeah, well, we may only have enough for one trellis. Right there might be why.
But then this says space after thinning, 6 to 8 inches. I don't think it'll take both of us to plant in.
Well, plant them on that bed, and I'm gonna make these 10 go across this bed.
You are?
Yeah.
So plant them on this one behind me?
Yeah. Because, I mean, once we're their pole bean, once they start growing, they're going to be like kudzu growing.
It says these are heirlooms. That means we can save the seeds from these if we like them. Sweet. If it don't rain soon, the darn leaves gonna start falling off the trees. Cause I feel like, look at them turning brown, this tree right here.
What, the poplar?
Yeah.
Yeah, the poplars are usually the first to show signs of that.
You know it's dry when the stuff like that starts suffering.
When the leaves are falling out of the trees, it's getting tough. Surprisingly, 10 beans went across that trellis right there about perfect.
You done that just right, didn't you? I'm excited about this. I love trying new things.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's crazy we ain't never grew them.
Yeah, but I don't know many people that even fixes them.
Mama said she used to like them when she was younger. They planted them, I think. Comes Amazon. If you're lonely and need company, order something off Amazon.
They'll come visit you.
They'll show up anytime. I guess this irrigation's gonna be running again this evening.
Yeah, you better. I mean, I felt like I dug kind of deep down in there too.
I don't understand why it's that dry. And I've been running it. And I know the water's coming out of it.
You know how these raised beds do anyway, though.
Yeah, they suck it up. That is the worst part of a raised bed. Ain't like an in-ground garden. But I tell you what, a raised bed, I feel like does better with some things. Move my drip line over. That's the other thing too with that drip line. You have to have that drip line right there in the roots because it ain't like it's gonna spread. It ain't like a that kind of thing.
It's more efficient, but we figured out you gotta let it run for a while too.
You gotta let that drip line run. And I feel like almost as dry as we've got, that now, you know, I was running a drip line on the big garden over here too. But now it's like it's so dry, the drip line ain't really doing me no good because I think the dirt around it was so dry that it was just wicking all the moisture out from where the drip line was. So now I've started running my overhead sprinkler again just so it'll wet everything instead of just right there at the roots. But I could run that drip line forever out here, and within like a day, it was back dry as a bone, and that's the only thing I could figure out. I'm gonna have to come out here and do some work though, because after I've been talking about this thing not being weedy, the more I look, the worse it gets.
It ain't been like that though. It's all come on recently.
I've been watering it pretty hot and heavy too, so I guess that's part of it.
Watered the weeds too.
Watering the weeds too. Lovey, you want one? Ain't no use in giving you much.
He cleaned up them pea vines.
Did he? Well.
Yeah, look, I throwed them right there. There ain't none left.
I see.
I'll
give you a couple then. That'll give you something to munch on. Poor thing, it ain't starving to death anyways.
He looks like he is. He was laid out there the other day. I thought he was dead. Done swelled up.
Wonder what he's rubbed against that's made him gray on his side.
I think it's where he rubs against that tin.
You reckon? Yeah, look at how shiny the barn is. Where his rubbing height is. You see it?
Yep, where he rubs against that building.
Oh, sorry, goat.
What do you think? What do you think, they're in the building, or you think they're in the woods?
I don't know. They might be in the building, I bet. Look right here. Started me some okra the other day. It was some old seeds, so you can see I didn't get the greatest germination, but that's a plenty for us. This one right here, for anybody who remembers last year, Jacob saved the seeds out of the red burgundy okra, which is what this is. But Jacob saved them, and he only had one come up, and it is definitely not a red burgundy. It's going to be
something else.
A green okra. So that's not surprising though, because the red burgundy is a hybrid. Anyways, we'll be planting those pretty soon too.
It's getting the weather now the okra likes.
Yeah, it is. That's about the last thing we got to plant, except our pumpkins. We're going to make us a decent sized pumpkin patch. But other than just random succession plantings of sweet corn, I guess we're about done planting, ain't we?
Yeah.
Oh, they must be in the woods. They ain't in there.
They might be done run off.
Or that. Maybe they have.
Well, good. Maybe they figured out that it's cooler in the woods.
Two biggies.
I hear.
Yeah, before they get out here, I'm going to check that fence again, just see what it says. But I know what it's going to say. It's going to say 9.9. It don't make no sense at all to me. 9.9.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I ain't never had a fence that said that maxes out the meter that won't shock something.
Here they come.
It just don't make a lick of sense to me. I swear, I think it's got to be because the ground's dry. And maybe something about a pig's hoof, they're not grounding.
They said, what you got for us? What you got for us? You gonna show Daddy how you come through that fence? That's pretty good, ain't it?
What?
I was talking to them.
Oh, you're talking to them. Oh. I figured if they ever learned that the woods was a cool place to be, that's where they'd stay.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't tearing that up quite like they do the milk, are they?
No, they'll eat it though. They're like, well, we thought you did have something.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, that one right there sure has come out.
Mm-hmm. She'll make a hog get.
She's trying. Yeah, they ain't tearing that up quite as much.
They'll eventually eat it. You want some too, honey?
You shocked him hitting him with that cold water. I don't believe they're too hungry. But while I'm over here, I didn't bring y'all with me this time to see the cows. I brought you with me to see something else. I am so excited about this right here. Can y'all see the green out them rows? I'm not too sure the camera picks that up. Look here. Look at there. Look at there. Look at there. Every row's like that. I've seen a few missed spots in it. I don't know if it's just something happened with the planter, if it's bad seed, or if it's just because we ain't had any rain. But this has not had rain at all since I planted it. Just come up from the moisture in the ground. And to be honest with you, that's the way I like it. I would prefer it to come up before it got a rain, because sometimes I have seen a hard packing rain come and the seed couldn't push through that hard packed ground. Whereas this is up and now we're ready for a rain. Honestly, we need a shower on it bad, but just look at that. I mean, it's coming up pretty. The camera really don't pick it up as good as I thought it would, but I don't think y'all can see it, but there's green rows out through that. I noticed the first corn seeds coming up in 6 days. So 6 days from the time I planted it, it was up. Now, not all of it was up, but a lot of it was up. And now we are going on a week and so let's see, 9 days is how long it's been at this point since this was planted. And for those of you that don't remember or didn't see it, this is my landrace mixture of field corn. I just wanted to show y'all my corn. I can't believe how it looks. And then the last field corn that y'all seen me plant, it's starting to come up too. It's only been, at this very moment, it's only been about 5 days on it. However, I was down there bush hogging yesterday and I seen a sprig here and there. Like, it was very sparse, but I seen some coming up. So I about bet you that if I rode down there today, actually, I'm sorry, I told you wrong. Today is number 6. It's been 6 days. So if I rode down there today, about guarantee I'd see a whole lot of it coming up. And I probably will here after a while later on tonight. But anyways, I'm excited about that corn. It's looking like it's going to be the best stand of my land race that I've had in a long time. So that's nice. That's exciting. Anyways, it's hot. I got to go home and finish feeding, and it's about supper time.
So I purposely left our peas that you saw us can at the beginning of the video out so I could show y'all how I store these. Now, usually when I show the canning video, sometimes we don't always make it to the storage part. But most of my canned goods, I'm going to show you exactly what I do. So, first off, I always label them with a year. We think we'll remember, but we won't. So you might as well just write it on there. That way I know what to eat first. Alright. Then, take all my rings off and we'll wash those. So we're going to store them just like that right there. The reason being is you don't want a fake seal on your jar. That ring sometimes can put just enough down pressure on that lid that if the seal is ever so slightly broken, you won't know it till you actually open the jar. So this way, if the seal is the least little bit broke, you're going to know it because that food's going to mold and it's going to go bad in a hurry because there's nothing there holding that lid down. And that's another way you can check your seal. If you can pinch that lid and pick that up by the seal, you're in good shape. So now we'll take these down to the grocery store where they'll live till I'm ready to eat them. Alright. Get all these set down so we can get them organized. Now I've got a few jars of peas left from last year. So I'll bring those to the front because that's what we'll eat first. made several jars last year. Put these over here. There you have it. The 2026 spring green peas are in their final resting place till we eat some of them. Now it is time to throw together a family favorite of ours. I've got just enough green peas left to make me a batch of peas and dumplings. Now we eat this as a side. Honestly, I could just make a full-blown meal out of it. It's got everything you need. Your vegetables, a little dairy because you put milk in it, and your bread. Everything you need. But that's about a cup, maybe a little over. Now if you're making this out of canned peas, you can completely forget the step I'm getting ready to show you. We want these to cook, so we're going to first just cover them with water just to the top of the peas. So just to the top of the peas. Then we're going to grab some milk. Let's put us about a cup of milk in there on top of that. Alright. We're going to salt and pepper those real well. I love black pepper, y'all know how I am, so I just throw the black pepper to it. Makes it real good. I never realized till I started putting this out on YouTube that peas and dumplings is not something that everybody eats. It's something around here that everybody loves. Like you talk about fresh peas, that's the first thing usually out of people's mouth is, oh man, I bet you fix some good peas and dumplings. That's a little bacon grease gonna go in there. Makes it extra scrumptious. Alright, like I said, we're going to simmer these for about 20 minutes. Make sure our peas get pretty tender. We may have to reassess our soup at that point because we won't, we got to have plenty of soup for our dumplings. I got a little hog jaw and some backbone that I thawed out. Pork just seems to go great with peas and dumplings. I'm also going to fry a few potatoes, but I want to fry my potatoes in my hog jaw grease, so we got to get this stuff cooked first. I love hog jaw. There we go. Now we're ready to throw together our dumplings really quick. So if you're making this with canned peas, you would skip the 20-minute cook and everything because your peas are already going to be cooked. You'll just need to add water and milk, half and half, what I do anyway, a little bacon grease, and just bring it up to a boil because you want it good and hot when you go put your dumplings in there. So for our dumplings, we're going to do just a cup of self-rising flour. Make sure it's self-rising. If not, you know, you got to add your baking powder and your salt to it. About a tablespoon and a half of grease. Don't matter what kind of grease. I'm going to use lard. You can use butter. You can use Crisco, vegetable oil, just some kind of grease. Bacon grease. I've actually done that before and worked out pretty good. So then we're just going to get that into our flour just like you would if you were making biscuits. Exactly the same. Alright, I'm going to finish my backbone in the oven. Go ahead and put that in there. And it can just live there until we're ready to eat. I need to open this lid. I need to see just how much soup I've got in there and see if I am satisfied with it. Yeah, looks pretty good, soupy enough, I think. Throw in just a little butter. I'll start with about half a cup of milk. I don't want them to be too runny. Now, of course, you would adjust this for the amount of, if I was making a big old pot, I would double this for these dumplings so you make sure you have enough. So it looks like we need just a tad more milk. So we're going to drop them in there by the spoonfuls. About a half of this spoonful, I guess. I don't know, about like that. The key is to make sure that your soup is boiling and it's hot. You're going to have good, fluffy drop dumplings, as long as that's the case. And now you really shouldn't pile dumplings on top of each other, but I do occasionally if I have too much mixture, but I don't want to waste it. I'll put the lid back on, and those are going to cook for about 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes with that lid on. With peas and dumplings, you don't want it quite as soupy as chicken and dumplings. I don't know why. That's just how they are. So, you might think we're crazy, because like I said, I know a lot of people ain't never heard of them, but actually that's what converted Andy to liking green peas, was peas and dumplings. Alright, there is my timer for my dumplings. Let's see what they look like. Mighty fine. Those are going to be good. Alright. Supper is served.
Supper sure looks good. There's some nice piece of hog jaw there.
I know. Ain't it though?
Must have come off that big pig.
Yeah, I was fixing them. Oh my golly.
These are fresh potatoes, I assume.
Yep, new potatoes. Well, I got them right.
You take that cabbage off there, that'd be a good looking plate.
Me putting down my cabbage.
Yeah, I believe you got these here right. They ain't dry, but they ain't runny.
Yep.
That's what you want. At least that's what we want.
A nice in between.
Look at that. Ain't that pretty? That's a meal fit for a king right there.
There's your up close look at what peas and dumplings look like. That's the way we like them anyway.
Which one looks better, the one with the cabbage or without?
with, of
I
course.
think the one without the cabbage looks a lot better.
At least you got a little green on there.
Yeah.
I don't know if that counts, but y'all, I guess that's gonna about wrap up today's video. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope you might have learned a little something. Till we see y'all in the next one.
Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one.